Hello everyone and welcome to this complete tutorial on Python data types. In this video we will learn what data types are, why they matter, and explore all Python data types, starting from basic types and moving towards advanced concepts like custom classes and type hints. This tutorial is designed for beginners, but we'll also cover advanced topics, so even experienced learners will benefit. Well, by the end of this video you will have a strong understanding of Python data types and how to use them correctly in real programs. Let's begin by asking a question that what are data types? Well, in Python, a data type defines what kind of a data a variable can hold and what operations can be performed on that data. So Python is basically a dynamically typed language, which means you do not need to declare the data type of a variable. Python automatically detects the type based on the value you assign. For example, let's say here x is equals to 10. Now here Python automatically knows that x is an integer. Okay, the first data type in Python is integers or int. Integers are basically whole numbers, positive numbers, negative numbers, and those numbers without decimals. For example, if I say a is equal to 10 and b is equal to minus 5, now these are all integers and that are commonly used for counting, indexing, and mathematical operations. Now the next data type is floating points, or we call it a float in programming languages. So floats are basically numbers that contain decimals. For example, if I say pi is equals to 3.14, or we can say temperature is equals to minus 2.2.5. So floats are basically used for measurements, calculations, and scientific data. And the next data type is booleans, and we call it bool in programming language. So booleans are basically data types that represent true or false values. For example, if I say is active is equals to true and is logged logged in equals to false. Now something to remember is that these true and false values are keywords in Python programming language. We cannot use it as a variable in our program. So booleans are basically heavily used in conditions and decision making. The next data type is strings. So strings represent basically text data, or they are enclosed in single or it can be in double quotes. For example, if I say name equals to Alex and me message equals to in single quotes he hello world. So both of these will work. So strings are basically immutable, meaning they cannot be changed once they are created. And the next data type is none type. So none is basically used to represent the absence of a value. For example, let's say result is equal to none. Now none is basically used as a default value to represent missing or undefined data. We can always check for none value with the if condition. If result is none, then we should do something, or we should print something. Value is none. Okay, now if you want to check the type of any variable or value, Python has a built-in function for that. Say from print type. Type is the function that will tell us what is the type of that variable or value. For example, if I provide something like 10 and execute the code, we'll get integer because it is integer type. Now let's provide some string and then check string. This is my name, and we get a string because it is a string type. Now there is another way to check types is instance. These are all built-in functions, and 10. If I say integer int, now if I execute the code, we get a true because it is 10 and we provided integer to check for the integer value, and it is true because 10 is integer, so we get true. For example, if I say string, then it is false because 10 is not string, it is integer type. And Python also allows us to convert between compatible types. For example, if I want to convert string into integer, if we have a 100 in integer, a string type, it will be converted into integer. Now if we have a string and want it convert it to float, 3.4, because it is convertible to float value. Now if I have a integer value and I want it to convert it to string, it will be now converted into string. If we have a boolean, for example, if I have a 0 or 1, 1 will be converted to true. If I provide 0, it will be converted into false. Now be careful, because the invalid conversions can raise an errors. And now comes the collection data types. So for example, if you want to store multiple items or values in a single variable, we will use collection data types. There are basically 4 different types of collection data types, and the first one is list. So list basically uses square brackets to store multiple values in it, and lists are basically ordered and they are mutable collections. It means when the items are stored in a list, it can be found with the index numbers, and they are mutable means they can be changed or modified anytime. Let's say, for example, if I want to create list, for example, say numbers is equals to square bracket 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 and so on if you want more. Now if you want to print numbers, we'll execute and we get the result. Now if you want to add more values to this list, we will simply say numbers dot append and let's say 4 and execute that. Now if I want to print again numbers, we will have another 4 in that. Now the next one is tuples. So tuples are basically used round brackets to store values, and they are ordered but they are immutable collections. It means once the tuple is created, it cannot be modified. To create tuple, coordinates equals to square round brackets 10 comma 20. So once tuple is created, it cannot be modified. And the third type is sets, and set basically uses curly brackets to store values in it, and they are unordered collections of unique values. For example, if there are some duplicate values in sets, it will be automatically removed by Python. Let's say even I unique numbers equals to curly brackets 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 3. Execute. If I print the numbers, unique numbers, we will only get 1 2 3 because it automatically remove the duplicate values in sets. And the fourth data type is dictionary. So dictionary basically uses key value pairs to store data. For example, student is equals to curly brackets and we will provide key, name is the key, and to provide a value we will simply say GOHN comma, I want to specify age is the key and 20 is the value. Now here keys cannot be modified, cannot be changed, but the values can be modified or changed anytime. Now if I want to print student and dictionary, I will simply print and student. Now if you want to just get the name of that person, student, I will use square brackets and name, I will get that person's name, John. Okay, now there is another type, and that is called range type. So it basically represents a sequence of numbers. Let's say, for example, for I in range starting from 1 and till end of 6, print I. We get 1 2 3 4 5. Now this is basically very memory efficient, and it is commonly used in loops. And last but not the least, it is very important to understand mutable and immutable data types. So immutable data types are integer, float, Boolean, string, tuple, frozen set, bytes, and mutable types include list, dictionary, set, byte, area. Understanding this difference is very important for debugging and memory management. And here are some mistakes and best practices. Avoid using mutable objects as a default function arguments, and we should use is instance instead of checking types directly. Understand mutability to avoid unexpected bugs, and use type hints for large projects. And conclusion, in this video we have covered all Python built-in data types, collections, mutable and immutable behavior. So understanding the data type is fundamental to become a strong Python programmer. And if you find this tutorial helpful, you don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching and happy coding.